All right, so I want to roll it back to something here because
Okay.
I want to turn it because this is
Yeah.
something I guess I've been on my soapbox as of late. So the standard situation in family court is dad earns the money, mom's home taking care of the kids. Now that's changing rapidly. There's more and more women that are the breadwinners. I don't have too many dads who are stay-at-home dads, but that's becoming increasingly common. But of with the dads that are breadwinners, when you come into our offices and you say, I want 50-50 or I want to maximize your time, if you're off slaying the dragon, as Ed put it, for 12 hours a day, you have to realize that you're going to have to take a step back and those roles are going to go away. You're going to have to be okay. You may not be able to stay past 3:30 and you may have to finish your workday at home because you got to pick them up from school and you got to get them dinner, or you may have to make sure they have breakfast and they're on the bus before they go to school. So many men in theory want that 50-50 custody, but one of the issues I see is you're not willing to step away from work to make that happen.
Or able, it may not even be a voluntary thing. They may not be able to in order to keep their job. Now,
Yeah.
I've had clients who actually change jobs so that they can be in a better position for their kids, or change their shift. It may be the same job, but if they're able to change their shift so that they can fit it into a more more conducive parenting schedule.
Yeah, because I have a lot of dads who blue collar work in the trades that go to work at 5-6 o'clock in the morning, and it's like, okay, if you have to do that, you're never going to be able to put the kids on the bus or take them to school, and so that could cause issues, especially if the parents live nearby. Because what judge is going to think it's reasonable that half the time they have to wake up at one house and then be dropped off at the other early in the morning just so they can sleep at dad's house?
Yes.
And it goes the other way too. The guys who maybe they work more office jobs and it's, hey, you don't walk out the office doors until 6:30. Well, when you become a single parent, that may be one of the things where you have to broach that topic.
Yeah. The other thing is dads need to also keep this in mind. If you're going to fight for time, fight for the awake time. Don't necessarily fight for where they put their head on a pillow at night. And when I was in law school, I was a single dad with kids, and probably 3 days a week, I was coming home between my morning classes and my evening class to see my kids. They were pretty young at that time. And I would see them during the day for 2-3 hours or so. And then they go back to mom, and it worked real well. And I was fortunate. She was very, very agreeable with me on that. And for me personally, it developed a belief in me. This is before I even became an attorney. I went through a divorce before I became an attorney. So I didn't go through divorces as an attorney. So I know what it's like to be dad going through all these different issues and worrying about, when am I going to see my kids? Am I going to, what's life going to be like now that the whole situation is different? But what I did was I made sure I put an emphasis on awake time rather than pillow time, because the kids, when they're asleep, they don't know where they are anyway. But I wanted to be with them. I spent longer in traffic than I did with the kids between the classes just so that I could spend that time with them. And that meant everything to me. And I think it meant something to them that they were getting that time with me.
So yeah, definitely effort.